Okay, we found us some elderberries yesterday, so today we're going to make some elderberry syrup. I have 1 cup of elderberries already in here for the recipe that I found. It called for ½ cup of dried, but I have fresh, so you basically double the recipe. May need more, but you know, most of them doubled it. So we add 2 cups of water to our 1 cup of elderberries, and then we are going to add 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. I have some Greek cinnamon here that a daughter's friend gave me. It's organic, so we're going to use that. There's our cinnamon. It's a teaspoon of cinnamon. And then we need 1/4 teaspoon of whole cloves. Which most of them put like 5 cloves in there. So I think that might be what we'll just do, because yeah, they don't really fit in there well. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There's 5 cloves to add in there. And then we need 1/4 teaspoon of ginger. A lot of the recipes called for fresh ginger. I did not have any. I've got some powdered ginger here. I'm sure it'll work just as well, because this recipe actually calls for powdered. So we'll add that. And then for this batch, that's all we're adding till we get to the honey part at the end. So we're going to stir this all up and bring it to a rolling boil. Let's get this all stirred together here. A lot of people use cinnamon sticks, but I did not have any cinnamon sticks, so it's just going to take a minute for the cinnamon to get into the water there instead of floating on top. Then we're going to bring this to a rolling boil. And then after it comes to a rolling boil, then we turn it down and simmer it for about a ½ hour to 45 minutes to reduce it to about half. So, looks like we got all the cinnamon stirred in there nicely. Well, I tell you what, the house is sure gonna smell good with this little concoction. All right. Wait for that to start boiling, and I guess we'll come back after we're all done with the boiling part. Be back soon. Okay, so it took us about 45 minutes. We got it boiled down to half. So now let's just give it a good stir here. I tell you what, the house smells so good right now. Now, we're gonna strain this. Okay. It'll kind of strain, mash it, get all the good juices out of there. Okay, see the juice still coming out of there as I squeeze it. Mix it around a little bit so you're not stuck to the bottom there. Okay, and we're just going to let this sit and cool a little bit before we add the honey. That way it don't cook out all the honey goodness. So we want to let this cool down till we can touch the glass, which, yeah, the glass is pretty hot still. So we'll just let this sit and cool for a while, and then we'll come back and add the honey and finish up our elderberry syrup. Okay, so our elderberry has cooled down enough to where we can put our hands on the glass. So now we're going to add a half cup of honey. Couldn't find my half cup measure. Hubby must have borrowed it. So we'll just add 2/4 cups. Get my other honey out. One. And it's better if you use local honey, because then it'll help with the allergies and everything too and stuff. You have a nice local honey. This one is local. Got it at the local farmer's market, which is the closest town to me. That's all we're going to get out of that guy right now. Let me grab my other honey. This one's not quite as local, but it is local. It has the honeycomb in it. Oh my goodness. There's going to be some good stuff here going in there, yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay, and we're going to mix this all together till the honey gets all incorporated with it. And we had 1 cup of elderberry, so that puts us up to just 1.5 cups now of our mix. Boy, that sure is a pretty color. And I think we've gotten all of our honey incorporated. There's any on the bottom. None coming to the top. I don't feel any globs. So I think we're good. So now we're going to need a jar to put it in. Like a couple of chunks of honey floated up to the top after I stopped stirring, so let's give it a little more stir. That might be some of the honeycomb that came out too, so that'll be yummy. Let's let this settle. Oh yeah, that's some chunks of the honeycomb. Oh, that's going to be good. Okay, let's pour this into our jar. Put it to the last drop. Chunk of honeycomb there. Okay, there you go. Elderberry syrup, guys. Simple and easy. Our next recipe for it, we're going to throw some cayenne pepper in there, make it interesting. So. Okay, so now we want to put our date on here. Stick her out, and there we go. There we go. All marked and ready to go. You don't have to seal or nothing. Put it in the fridge. Should be good for, everybody's got different versions. Some say 3 months, some say 6 months. So we'll see. Here we go. Till next time.